So it's getting to be that time of year where I can just walk on top of the snow here in the morning. Everything's so crusted over. Just out here doing some morning rounds, checking on things, making sure everyone's okay. It was about 50 degrees yesterday, then this morning it was about, I think 20, 22 degrees is what I saw. Some nice crusty snow this morning. Noticing that all the snow seems like it's melting quite a bit since our last video, just because I've been so backed up on editing that it's been 2 or 3 weeks since I filmed that last video, and now I'm just getting to film this new one. So it's a little bit windy today. There's supposed to be some snow and rainstorms blowing in tonight, and we're coming over here to get ready to move these cows that we bought a couple weeks ago. I want to get them moved out of the Quonset just because it's getting pretty sloppy in there, and I want to get them moved down to the river where I used to calve my cows at a couple, 2-3 years ago. Just get them in some cleaner pasture and out of the slop in here. It goes. Goes. It goes. So you can see how sloppy it's getting inside the Quonset here. That's just because from all the snow. All the snow is melting, and all the water just kind of runs right into this feed area here where the mangers are at. So it just makes a big mess. So if you look back here and remember how nice and clean all this snow was, and see the mess it's turned into, and all my gates and stuff are still pretty frozen in the snow. So I think it's just going to be best just to get them out of here and get them down on that river where they can just be cleaner and out in the open more. Then I'll come back in here and clean all this up here maybe in 3 or 4 weeks once the snow melts, and I can get my gates open and hopefully some of the stuff dries out a little bit. So the plan for the day is I got some of my family coming over this afternoon to help me move these cows. I didn't feed them a whole lot yesterday, so hopefully I've got them a little bit hungry. And I'm just going to drive the tractor out here onto the road, and I'll have a silage bale on the back and a couple 3x3s on the front, and we'll put them out here in this corral. Then I'll just have somebody open this gate for me and get in here and try to push the cows out, and I'll be right on the road with the tractor, and hopefully we'll just lead them right across the road and down our lane and past our other herd of cows and on down to the river. So I've got plenty of people coming to help, and I don't know if I'll need everybody. I'm probably overdoing it, but it's just nice having extra hands just to kind of watch them, just make sure they don't go down the road the wrong way or cross somewhere they shouldn't. But once I get them down into that pasture by the slough, it should be pretty easy going. I'm sure they'll just follow the tractor. At least that's what the plan and the hope is. So for anybody that wonders why I hate the end of March and first half of April, this here's why. Just the mess and the mud that we deal with when all the snow starts to melt. Come on, cows. Come on, cows. Come on, cows. Come on, cows. Up, 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 up. Come on, cows. Come on, cows. Come on. Up, 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 up. So you can kind of see what we're dealing with here. We got all the snow piled up from sliding off the roof, and you can see where the cows are walking a bunch. They still have some clean spots to hang out in. This is getting pretty messy in here, but then they got their shelters back there. But the main area here is just a mess. So I think it'll just be the best thing for them just to get them out of here. I'll feel better about things too, not having them in this mess. So these last 2 or 3 days have probably been the warmest days we've had so far this spring, and it's really getting the snow melting, and you can see with the amount of water that's standing around how much things are melting. Even today with that storm blowing in, it's probably still 55 degrees. I've sure been happy with these cows so far though, just the way they look and their temperament. They seem like a really nice bunch of cows. talking to the guy that I bought them from, there shouldn't even be anything over here much over 3 years old. So we got a nice young bunch of cows right here. You can probably even tell now how much calmer these cows are from that first video. Not that they were really wild in that last video, but they just come off the truck and, you know, been loaded onto a truck and then unloaded. So I think they're a little bit skittish then, but look at them now. They're, you know, standing right by me, not really moving around too much, just looking at me. So I think we got a nice calm group of cows here. I'm really happy with them. So just hope we can get them bred back and get some nice calves out of them here in the next year. It goes. It goes. So like I was saying, I got 5 or 6 family members coming to help me move these cows, and I really don't think I'll need that many, but I just asked for help and had a lot of people available to help, so we'll put them to work. So to just get a better idea of what I'm going to do, I'm going to have that tractor right here with a silage bale and a couple 3x3s on the front. I'll probably have my brother open this gate, go in there and push the cows out, and I'll just take off with the tractor, go across the road. We'll go down our lane here. So probably just have somebody standing right here on the side of the corral so the cows don't want to go up that way. I'll probably just shut these gates here so they don't go into the yard there. We'll have somebody else standing here so the cows don't want to go down up that way there. And I'll probably have somebody else down here kind of by where my other cows are in this pasture right over here. My plan with my cows is I'm just going to feed them here about 30-40 minutes. I'm going to feed on that end of the pasture, so hopefully the whole herd will just stay over there. Because for anybody that's moved cows before, you know, when other cows see other cows moving, they want to get right up along the fence line and see what's going on. So I'm hoping with them being fed over there, we can keep them over on that side as we go by. And I'll probably have somebody else down there kind of by the old pump house, just to make sure none of the calves crawl through the fence and get mixed in with this herd here that we're moving. So probably a little bit of overkill, but you know, better safe than sorry. You get a calf or two mixed in with these guys and your easy job just turned into, you know, a longer one for sure. See, our yard's still kind of a mess over here after last time you seen it. Or we got down to the road base now though. So I'm hoping my herd of cows will just stay over there on the south side of that pasture. They'll just come right through here with the other herd, and hopefully they won't even know that we're going through here.
Forgot to get my camera rolling before we brought these cows across the road, but it was pretty uneventful. Got them across the road and got them down here in the pasture now, and just gonna start heading down to the river.
Come on, cows! So I still got some more hay to spread out down here for these cows, but they all kind of stopped there at that first pile I dumped off. But what I got to worry about now is these panels going down into the river. So I need to open these up so they can get down there and drink. So I brought all this stuff up last fall. I think it was in one of my videos, I can't remember for sure, but I brought all the panels up because this will freeze and thaw a couple times throughout the winter. I didn't want these panels get frozen in a chunk of ice and get carried down the river, so I'm hoping these aren't too frozen here. This might be a big sheet of ice here, I don't know. But hopefully I just pop these out and get them out there on the river and they get down there and drink. I think the easiest thing for me to do is I'm just gonna unhook the panel here off this one. Hope I can just pop this whole thing up. And I'll dig a trench through the snow there to get down to the river. Oh, that one's a bit more solid in there. So you guys can see at one point how high this water got throughout the winter. Just a bunch of loose ice in here once I broke through this top layer. So it's gonna be a lot of fun getting these things pulled apart. I'll have to do the same on that side too. Hopefully that side isn't as bad because it's more up on the bank, I believe. All right, I was able to get this one pulled out of here. And the one thing I forgot to bring down here was a digging bar. I just didn't think I was going to be having to dig through ice, but I should have known better. But luckily I found this old bent T-post that was down here and I used it as a digging bar. Because down here in this corner, once you got down here so deep, it just turned to ice, so I had to chip away this foot here. So we got one done. Hopefully this one comes out a little bit easier. So we still got a lot more shoveling to do and probably ice chipping. Okay, well this one wasn't much easier digging out. Luckily there wasn't as much ice over on this side and it's just kind of that loose flaky ice down here in this corner, so it popped up all right. You know, sometimes on days like these where you're still dealing with this amount of snow and we're getting towards the middle of April, it really makes you question on, you know, where you live. But we're looking on the brighter side of things. We shouldn't be hurting for water, you know, this first part of the summer. It seems like we've got plenty of snowpack and, you know, plenty of water. And I've tried to make a conscious effort in not complaining about the amount of snow and water we get around here. Because, you know, talking to some of you guys on YouTube, I realize there's a lot of other places that are hurting pretty bad for water and, you know, always praying for water. And, you know, for the most part, we don't have that problem up here. We usually have pretty much all the water we need and sometimes too much water. So I'm sure you guys can see how rough a shape some of these panels are in. It's just, they have a tough life, you know, because they spend a lot of their time in the river, so they're pretty much always surrounded in water. And when they're not in water, they're buried in, you know, 3-4 feet of snow. I think they're getting towards the end of their life though. But I'll see if I can't scab this together just to get us by, you know, through the spring. So just to give you guys an idea of kind of what I'm thinking about doing, I just set these panels up kind of so I could eyeball things here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the panels. I'm going to come back and dig out a trench, you know, very similar to what I dug here to get these panels up and out. So I'm going to dig a trench here down to the water and dig a trench over there down to the water. And I'll just put these panels together and then I'll probably dig out a little bit of a trail coming down into the water so the cows know where to go to drink and they're not scared to bust a trail down into here. So for those of you that might be wondering why I don't just use the tractor to push a trail down into the river here, there's somewhat of a, you know, bank right here. But what I'm more worried about is falling through one of them ice layers I've been talking about. When I was digging through the snow and the ice to bust these panels out, you'd hit a layer of ice that's just almost like shaved ice. And so I'd hate to drop through one of those and they get the tractor stuck. So if it takes me an extra 30-40 minutes just to do this by hand, I'm willing to do that if it saves me a hassle of getting the tractor stuck. And, you know, it's good exercise for me too. my GoPro died. It's starting to snow now, so let's show you what I did on my phone here. You can see where we dug out our panels here and here. I just dug these trenches off these corners. So dug a trench here, down in the water. The same thing over on this side. Dug a little trench here, down in the water. And I cut back that bank a little bit so they can get down in there and drink, not be too close to the panels. And I shaved this little part off so it's not such a steep drop off for them to get in there. So you can see how steep the bank is here. So this is plenty of space for them to drink. And as they come in, I got a little trail right here from the tires. Hold on. So I got some more hay on the front, so I'll probably bring a flake or two and just spread it up into here. And they'll pack down a pretty good trail, come into this watering hole. So when I come back down here in a couple days, you'll be surprised how opened up this will be. Because with how warm it was today, this water level is going to rise through the night. I'm sure it's going to eat away some more of this bank. So it'll just keep growing and growing, this space for them to drink. And then later on, we'll just have to keep watching it, because as the water level comes up, we'll have to keep an eye on our panels here. So I'm just going to finish spreading out my hay, and I'm going to head home. My feet are soaking wet, and my pants are wet up to my knees, so I'll go get into some dry clothes. All right, so here we go. That's all I'm going to do for them. Like I said, I spread out a little bit of hay coming down here to the watering hole. I drove my tracks out here a little ways, so if they can't figure that out, I guess I can just eat snow for water. I don't know what else to do for them, so. There goes. On goes. On goes. Fun. Fun. So it's been 2 days since we've been down here last, and I just came down here to feed these cows some hay and hopefully get them by for the next couple days. I just wanted to show you how this water here is looking. So you can see this little trail they got down here to the panels. And you can see how much is opened up for them, how much bigger the space is now for them to get down in there and drink. So you can definitely tell they've been down in here drinking, which is good. So yeah, I just want to give you a little update on how these new cows are doing.
So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.